It's a day dedicated to eagles. The annual Eagle Event in Flagstaff, an opportunity for people to learn about, see, and maybe even be an eagle.
We've been doing it, over 15 years in Flagstaff. In the last 3, we've partnered with the Willow Bend Environmental Education Center.
Willow Bend was founded basically on the principle of trying to create a sense of stewardship. And so we want people to really know the place they live and feel connected with it. You know, that's why we teach about eagles, because they're here.
The event started early on a chilly February morning at the Game and Fish Regional Office in Flagstaff. About 30 people showed up for a chance to see bald eagles in the wild.
They're wildlife, so they may or may not be there, but we've got a couple of good scopes, so if we find something, we can take a real nice look at it. You see it, man?
Yeah.
The group was not disappointed.
Nice. Oh boy, that is great.
It stopped twice along Lake Mary Road, and both times it spotted an eagle.
Should I take a bow? Oh, man.
We started out with one eagle perched up on the ridge way above us, and then we moved down the road a little piece and stumbled into a juvenile bald eagle, and it's been a wonderful morning.
Oh, he's just beautiful. I mean, you can see that head right from here. It's just unbelievable.
People are losing touch with the world they live in, and I just think it's really important to reintroduce them to that world.
Wow. Oh my God.
They're used to seeing everything on a TV screen or a computer monitor, and to actually see a live bird that behaves unpredictably, it reminds them that the world's not all under our control.
Does this look like a bald eagle? Well, it is. It is a bald eagle. It's just a very, very baby bald eagle.
Back at Willow Bend, a group of kids and their parents were having fun learning about bald eagles.
What's one more thing?
AmeriCorps volunteer Joe Zofrey was sharing some facts about eagle characteristics, behavior, and diet.
What do bald eagles eat? Fish, mostly fish.
Then he finally got to the one question that everyone was waiting for.
Who would like to volunteer to be a bald eagle? I can't tell if anyone's excited about being a bald eagle or not. All right, come on up. What are some things that we talked about that bald eagle has? Yes?
An amazing eyesight.
Amazing eyesight. Very good. Let's see here. This will work. All right. So why don't you go ahead and put these on. All right. There you go. Very good. Very good. So he's got that amazing eyesight. All right. So let's see. You got to have a really big wingspan here. So let's get this on you here, bud. There you go. All right. Go ahead and flap. Here's your beak. And then you know what? Let's make you an adult eagle too. Okay. So let's give you this nice white head here for a bald eagle. There you go. Very good. How about a hand for a new bald eagle here?
About the only thing more fun than dressing up like a bald eagle is standing so close to one that you can feel the wind whipped up by its powerful wings. The bird generating this breeze is a 13-year-old bald eagle named Aurora. She's blind in one eye. It was punctured in the nest when she was about 10 weeks old.
This is a young golden eagle. She'll just be turning 3.
The golden eagle's name is Anasazi. As a newborn, she was illegally removed from the wild and fed a calcium-deficient diet, which caused her bones to develop abnormally.
This is called a rouse. Shake it out, girl. Shake it out. Shake it out. That's it. That's a preening behavior, and that's a tail wag at the end. If they'll do preening behaviors while they're out, they're still very comfortable where they are, so that's a good indicator for me.
The bird's handlers are Joe and Jan Miller of Liberty Wildlife, a nonprofit wildlife rehabilitation center based in Scottsdale.
Since 1981, we've been able to rehabilitate and return to the skies of Arizona 87 bald eagles for a second chance at life in our state.
These birds weren't so lucky. Because of their injuries, neither eagle can safely return to the wild. So Liberty Wildlife uses them to educate the public about eagles and the challenges they face.
The main motivation is that hopefully through her exposure to the public, who get to see her today, is that they'll all go away caring more, that they'll all get involved with their wildlife and do things into the future that will help save these guys. So we'll always have bald eagles here in Arizona.
Bald eagles were nearing extinction when they were placed on the federal list of endangered species in 1978. They were taken off that list in 2007 after their populations rebounded following a variety of conservation efforts that included a ban on the insecticide DDT.
Just wanted to give you an idea of the extent that we go to and have gone to for bald eagles in the state.
Conserving bald eagles is something game and fish biologist Kyle McCarty talked about during his presentation. He said there are about 300 bald eagles that spend their winters in Arizona, and some raise their young here. There are 68 known breeding areas in the state. Bald eagles build their nests high on cliffs and in trees close to water where the fish they eat are plentiful. And when a breeding pair lays eggs, both mom and dad are responsible for keeping them warm.
The male and the female will take turns doing this. They'll be on there for 3, 4, 5 hours. They need to be sitting on those eggs all the time. You see this bird, it's a warm day, so it's panting, kind of like a dog. They get cooler by panting. They don't sweat like we do. So after that, the eggs will hatch. And the babies at first, they're pretty helpless. They're just little white balls of feather or down. From 6 weeks till fledging age, they will look like this. Just a big dark brown bird. And 10 to 12 weeks, they will leave the nest. This is a nestling at about that fledging age, getting ready to take its first flight. It's standing on the edge. It's pretty typical. They'll sometimes even walk out on a branch and they'll do some flapping, but thinking about taking his first flight.
Making sure they get the chance to take that first flight is critical. Bald eagles are no longer an endangered species, but they're still protected in Arizona by a variety of federal and state laws. Game and Fish and its government and private partners on the Southwest Bald Eagle Management Committee work hard to conserve bald eagles. That means making sure human activities don't scare eagles away from their eggs or otherwise interrupt the breeding process. So breeding areas are off limits to the public each year when eagles are raising their young. And a Nest Watch program continues to keep an eye on some of the more vulnerable nests.
Our Nest Watchers can intervene if folks are entering those areas where they shouldn't.
In addition, by placing identification bracelets on bald eagle nestlings, Game and Fish can more effectively monitor the status of Arizona's bald eagle population. And for now, the status is good, and the future is bright.
We've got an increasing population.
Thanks to years of vital conservation work and the people who pay for it by purchasing hunting and fishing licenses and equipment, bald eagles are more than just pictures in a book. There's something to see and experience in the wild.